Okay, so the Pakistan Cricket Board just dropped what you could call a bombshell. Seriously. They've announced a surprisingly fresh squad for their upcoming T20 series against Sri Lanka. And, this isn't just any team announcement. It really feels like the first big move in their chess match for the 2026 World Cup. So yeah, let's dive right into this. You can really boil this whole thing down to three key parts: a totally new look with fresh faces, a new captain leading the charge, and what honestly looks like a whole new game plan. So the big question is, what exactly is the PCB up to here? All right, let's start with the official news. The PCB has put out a 15-member squad for the tour to Sri Lanka. And they're not being shy about it either. They've made it super clear that this is a huge part of their prep for the 2026 T20 World Cup. So what are the specifics here? Well, the team's heading to Sri Lanka for a 3-match T20 International series. All 3 games are going to be in Dambulla on January 7th, 9th, and 11th. And let me tell you, this is definitely not just another routine tour. This is a massive chance to test the waters and build some real momentum heading towards the World Cup. Okay, let's get to the juicy part, the squad itself, because this is where you can really start to see their strategy come to life. This idea of mixing some of the seasoned pros with exciting new talent. And right away, there's a huge change at the top. For this tour, they've handed the captaincy to Salman Ali Agha. So yeah, he's the one who's been tasked with leading this new-look side in the T20s. There's a quote from the official announcement that just nails their thinking. They said they're blending experienced international players with emerging talents. And that really says it all, doesn't it? This isn't a total teardown. It's a very deliberate plan to build a balanced team, one that's got that veteran stability, but also that spark of youthful energy. So here it is, the full 15-man squad. Let's just take a quick look. Right off the bat, in the batting, you've got an experienced guy like Fakhar Zaman paired with young guns like Saim Ayub. Then you look at the bowlers, and Naseem Shah is heading up that pace attack, with guys like Wasim Jr. backing him up. But the real stories are kind of hidden in the notes here. You've got Khawaja Nafay, a wicketkeeper batter, getting his very first call-up. I mean, what a huge moment for him. And maybe the biggest news of all, the all-arounder Shadab Khan is back from injury. We're going to talk a little bit more about that in just a second. Yeah, if you look past just the names on the list, there are 2 stories that really capture what this squad is all about. You've got the classic veterans comeback story, right alongside a newcomer getting his big break. And this contrast just perfectly sums up what they're trying to do. On one hand, you have Shadab Khan, right? The key all-rounder finally making his comeback after that shoulder surgery, something fans have been waiting for. And then on the other hand, you've got Khawaja Nafay, this young wicketkeeper batter, getting his very first shot at the senior T20 team. It's literally experience and youth right there next to each other. And let's be clear, Shadab's return is absolutely massive for the team structure. I mean, think about it. You get a top-tier leg spinner who can also smash the ball down the order. His presence gives them that perfect balance that you just have to win in T20 cricket. All right, so we talked about who's in the squad, but we gotta talk about the elephant in the room, right? Because what's just as telling is who isn't on this list. And honestly, this is where that long-term strategy starts to look even more interesting. I'm sure it's the first thing you thought of too. You look at that squad list and you're immediately going, wait a second, where are all the big names? Where are the superstars? And we're not talking about just any players here. The 4 biggest names in Pakistan cricket, arguably, are all missing. Babar Azam, Mohammad Rizwan, Shaheen Shah Afridi, and Haris Rauf. I mean, that's the very core of your team, and they're all being rested. So why? What's the deal? Well, the official word is that it's a strategic rest. These guys have other commitments, like playing in franchise leagues, think the Big Bash in Australia. So the board is basically managing their workload. It really just goes to show you that modern balancing act between playing for your country and playing in these big T20 leagues. So how does this all fit together, right? The new captain, the new guys getting a shot, the big stars getting a break. None of this is happening by accident. It's all part of a much bigger plan. And it's all focused on one thing. This tour against Sri Lanka, it's basically a high-stakes experiment. By giving the senior players a rest, the selectors have this golden opportunity to really test their bench strength. They get to try out brand new player combinations and, maybe most importantly, see who can actually handle the pressure when the World Cup is just around the corner. And this timeline really puts it all into perspective, doesn't it? We are right here at the very beginning of the road. This Sri Lanka series is step 1. It's the information gathering phase, you could say. Everything that happens here is going to feed into those final preparations before the World Cup kicks off later in the year. Which, of course, leaves us with the million-dollar question. With a team full of new faces and their biggest stars on the sidelines this close to a World Cup, is Pakistan taking a brilliant calculated risk that's going to pay off big time? Or is this a massive gamble that could completely backfire? Well, I guess only time will tell if this bold new strategy is really the right path to World Cup glory.